What's up, guys? Thanks for joining us at Anvil's Adventures. Today we're going to talk about camp tables. So stick around for the video and we'll show you what we got.
Check out Shop Overland Apparel, your source for Anvil's Adventures merchandise and more.
Okay, so what we're going to show you first is my Magellan uh, aluminum kind of collapsible folding table. So it kind of goes together like that, and you got a couple of little tabs in here, and so that's pretty much it. So it's all aluminum. I've had this for probably a year, and it's been it's been a good table. Haven't had any issues with it. Um, it's a little cumbersome just because of the way it kind of folds up. It folds up flat into a, so it kind of is depending on how you pack your gear. This can work great, or it can be really aggravating. A couple of things. I've got a couple of the end caps I think that's missing on this one. Like I said, I've been using it for a year. We've carried it just about everywhere we've went. So it's kind of been my camp chair. So this is pretty good height for me. I'm about 5'11", so if I'm gonna at camp or whatever, it's good enough for one, maybe two people to sit at to eat. So I'll use it a lot of times as kind of my dinner table. So it's, like I said, it's all aluminum. It's very, it's very sturdy. So it's not, there's no issues with that. I just don't like how it packs up. It's just one of those things. Like once it's one of those pieces of gear you have to just find a spot for. It's hard to find that just one place that it's going to work good and it's not going to get in the way of anything else. So the way it packs is you have to kind of lift it up, spread it apart, and then it just folds down. So it folds down just like that. So it's pretty narrow, like that. Now there's some of these that at this point the legs would collapse and go in. Not this one. So that is one of the things that's a little aggravating about it. It would be nice if it would collapse down. The legs would kind of collapse in, so it at least make it more square, make it a little more manageable to pack up. But it has been a good table. They still carry these at pretty much any academy. It's a Magellan brand. Works good. I mean, we've put it through its paces for sure, using it, throwing stuff on it. Not had any issues with it, and my phone just keeps going off. The dimensions on this are it's about 18 wide. When it's collapsed down, it is right at 2 inches thick. But it's about 28 in length from the bottom of the foot to the top. So that's kind of what you're looking at when you pack it. And like I said, it's thin, but it's one of those things. Like I said, it's a little cumbersome, and just because, and it's when it doesn't have a case, it doesn't strap together. Now, I've actually bungeed this to some stuff so it would stop rattling. It's kind of my pet peeve is something rattling. So it's a good table. I don't have a clue how much I paid for it. I want to say this thing was in the $30 to $40 range. I will try to look it up, and I'll put a link in the description when I find it. But hearing that rattling down the road for very long would drive you crazy. So that's one of the negative sides to it. But I've thrown everything on it. It's been at the bottom. I've had it at the top of my gear, and I haven't had any issues. I had one of the little slats has bent a little bit. It's basically, it's real thin aluminum, but it's served me well so far. But that's what I've been using, and I'll show you what I just got in a little while ago, and it is my Valley portable table. Now, this is a little different situation than that one. I got the medium one because I was kind of on the fence of whether or not the large was a little more than size that I wanted, but it was kind of a sacrifice to go bigger. To go taller, it has to be bigger. So if you want one that's taller, it's going to be a bigger footprint. And I was kind of like, the only thing with this height is it's good for this one. It is good to eat off of. It's about the right height for me when I'm in my camp chair. But so this is not really a replacement of that as much as just having another table, and it collapses. So as you can see, it kind of is a whole lot better situation. So it just opens up kind of like this. These fold out here, and they fit in these little notches, and kind of like that. And so you've got the table like so, kind of gives it its support, and then this is kind of like an accordion. You just take it, you gotta get that in there. This just kind of helps kind of keep it rigid. So this goes on here. It's got a little groove. It snaps in. Pull it around. And just kind of take the next one. You pull it tight, and there you go. It collapses. So that's it. That's it. And you see, I'm looking around it. Now, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Height difference is quite a bit. So there's I'd say about 6 inches there of height difference. So I don't know. I don't know that I'm gonna like this table as much as I've liked this old aluminum Magellan table I've got, but I like how this one packs up. I like how it comes in a bag. It collapses down, and you can, it fit in a box. Like if you've got a big box or something like that, it would actually fit in it. This is a Valley brand. You can get them off of Amazon. This one is the medium one, and it was about $35, I think. I'll put the link in the description. And comes in a couple of different colors, and I just like this blue. Now, like I said, the height difference on this is going to make it a little lower than this one as far as just being able to eat on it. But just having a table to carry it, to have a camera, you can set your coffee cup on, set your phone on, just whatever it is you're using. It'll be nice for that. And when me and my kids are there, my youngest, she's 7, so she's always got some kind of toys or something with her. So, I mean, it's a place for her to put stuff. So it's just another option on a camp table, because having one like this, like I said, it's cumbersome, it's loud. This is not that situation at all. It's going to pack up a lot smaller. It'll collapse. And like I said, this is the medium. When they make a smaller one, it's a little smaller, but it shrinks in every way. So if If you get the small, it's going to be a little shorter. It's more of a rectangle than it is square. It's 23 this way, 20 this way, and I want to say it's 18 tall. And I believe this one's, when it's up, it's 2 foot, so it's 24 inches. So 18 tall, so it is a little shorter. And the larger one, if you go with the larger one again, it expands in every direction. It's going to expand up and it expands out. So it kind of, you have to find the right fit for you. Now, if you're just wanting it something to where you can set next to your chair, set your stuff, your phone, your keys, whatever, when you're at camp, get stuff out of your pockets, or, set your coffee cup on. That's mainly what I use them for, is when I'm eating. And it's kind of, I'll have it out this weekend with me when we're at LBL this coming weekend. And I'm going to try it out there. I will probably bring this one because there's going to be, I think, 10 of us going. A lot of the guys don't camp a lot, so I'll probably bring both of them. But I really like the idea of the way this collapses down. The top accordions together, and once it's in your bag, it's not making a bunch of racket. It's all aluminum. The frame, the top's all aluminum. It's got these little plastic pieces here on the end. I'm sure they will be just like this one. At some point, they will pop off as time goes. But the way this snaps in, and I like how it's it's a little bit rigid when it accordions together. So it's not just like it clanks together. So it has a little bit of tension. So as you go to close it up, I'll show you that. It's not like real cumbersome. So this is it. But it's not, if you go to collapse it up, it's not, see how it's a little stiff, which I kind of like that. And I'm just kind of messing with it. It's not that aggravating to collapse it down. But the point I'm trying to make is it's not flopping. Like this doesn't flop. It takes a little bit of effort to get it to fold down. So I kind of like how that is done. And it has it kind of has its certain way. You fold it like that to put it in the bag. Kind of have to fold it over another one this way and kind of double it up. That's kind of how it fits in the bag. And then you get the frame. But all aluminum. And the frame is simply just pop these out. It's kind of hard to do when you're setting down. These kind of pop out. There's one in each corner, and then it collapses up like that. And that's pretty much it. It's got some little feet on it. Nothing. It's got a little bit of texture on it, so it doesn't just slide around very easy. When you get this setting in the dirt, it'll kind of grip in a little bit. But that's it. The case, or the sleeve that it comes in, I won't call this a case. I don't put a lot of faith in. It is very thin. Now again, this is not a $150 table. It's not the best bag. This basically is like a bag like most camp chairs would slide down into, but it's thin. Now, I may be wrong. It may last forever. But I'm not 100% sold on that being the case. Now, this does have a divider inside of it, so the top goes on one side, and it fits down in there like that. The legs kind of fit on the other side. I guess they kind of got that divider in there maybe to help from so the feet and stuff don't scratch the top of it up, which I'm not concerned about. This is a tool I will be using, so I know it's going to get scratched up. So that's it. And so you've got this, and these are just the two options that I've got. My brother has one that's similar to this one, And he has the one that the legs actually collapse up so it goes down a little smaller. So it kind of depends on what works well for your setup as far as what you're going to use it for, and if you're worried about space. I mean, you're looking at about, that's probably 6 or 8 inches around. Like I said, it's 23 inches tall. This one, when it's collapsed down, actually I said it's 23 inches tall. It's about 26 when it's closed up. This one's about 27, 28. So it just depends on what packs better. If you need something that's just flat, and it doesn't matter to you that it's going to rattle, like if you got this in the back of a truck, if you've got a Gladiator, Tacoma, or any kind of pickup, and you're just putting this in the back, I have put a bungee cord, like I said, put a bungee cord around it, and then it doesn't rattle at all. So that's a good thing about that one. But it's a little cumbersome sometimes, but everything is. So you got this option. There's other options out there. I may put a couple more links in the description of a couple of different ones that I may put put a link in there. The one my brother's got. It's basically the same one as my Magellan, but it like I said, the legs collapse into itself, so it makes it a little smaller. Well, that's it, guys. We got a couple of things coming up. We got a trip to LBL. We've been up. I know we've filmed that a lot, but we're going to maybe do some stuff more around camp this time. And just kind of see everybody set up. I got some guys that are just now getting into camping that I'm taking up there, trying to just show them some of the things we enjoy doing and how awesome it is when we get out on the weekends and just getting away from all the hustle and bustle of work and all that. So I'll have that video coming up here pretty soon. Got a couple more reviews that we'll be doing. Going to try to be more consistent this year on the reviews and things like that. I'm trying to get more. I have to buy all this stuff, so I won't go crazy, but I'm going to try to start buying different brands of things that maybe I've already got, that I've already talked about, to kind of compare the two. Trying to do some comparison videos and things like that. Got some big plans for 2023. I hope it all works out. I hope we get to do the things that we've kind of been, that me and my wife, me and my brother, me and some of my friends have been talking about. Hoping we can get all that done. I know we're wanting to get one of the expos out west. I'd like to go to Arizona. I'd like to go to the one in Colorado. Definitely we'll go back to Virginia to the one Expo East. Moore Expo. If you've never been to Moore, and you're into gear, it's awesome. For the smaller stuff, like the Expo, and I've only been to the one Expo and Expo East in Virginia, and it's like the bigger items, the trailers that you see, the power management systems, electric, like Rivian was there, Toyota was there. They're like Earth Roamers and things like that. So there's a lot of those, but they're like, that was one of the things that kind of shocked me about the expo, was there was not a lot of like little stuff you could put your hands on and buy. So I'm kind of curious to see how the ones out west will be. I think from what I've heard, the one in Virginia, the Expo East, it's the last one of the year. They're winding down, so I've heard it's the smaller of all of them. So that's why I'm kind of excited to go to the ones out west. I'd like to. So one's in Arizona, one of them's one's in Colorado, and one is in, I think it's Oregon. Definitely won't be making that. I don't think that's something we can. If we do the other two, I'm pretty sure I won't be able to make that. I just ain't got that much time off of work. But I'm real excited about the Shop Overland Apparel, the new shirt design we got coming out. It will be out once you watch this video. It will be out probably the end of that week. So once this video goes live, sometime middle of that week to the end, they should be on the storefront at shopoverlandapparel.com. We've got going to continue to kind of grow with our merch and that kind of stuff. If you would comment below and let me know about hats. I don't wear hats. I'm not a hat guy, but I know a lot of people are. So if hats or something you think you would like, I may do some hats. And we're going to continue to kind of grow and keep adding stuff. I want to maybe get a couple more designs in after the one we're fixing to have go live next week. I hope to have a couple more designs maybe towards the end of the year too. But that's pretty much it. I know this is kind of a simple, basic thing, but hey, like I said, it was just a comparison video of two different ways to have a table. And that's one of those things that it's a simple thing, but it can be cumbersome too. Having if you got the wrong piece of gear, and finding the right thing that fits you is what's most important. So stoves, tents, tables, chairs, all that kind of stuff. I enjoy doing those reviews, and I enjoy watching them because sometimes it's like, hey, I need something that's more suited for this versus that. I see people using this type of item, but do they have it that would fit this scenario, this space in my Jeep, or this whatever. So to me, this is important. That's why I'm doing them. So I hope you're getting something out of it. I hope if you're not, if you do like the videos, or if you don't, let me know in the comments what you'd like to see, what you don't like about it. Kind of help them give me feedback as we start working through this new year. So, but that's it. I really appreciate everybody watching and the support that I've gotten. Once I started the channel, it's kind of just a hobby that I do, but I love doing it. It's a blast. So it's probably my favorite thing about when we go out now is the filming part of it. So, and getting to edit and that kind of stuff, I really enjoy doing that. So as long as y'all keep watching, I'll keep doing it. And until the next one comes out, thanks for watching. See ya.